Hello, Mike here. This is my 72 Monte Carlo. I've been working on it off and on for the last 2 years. I brought it home and it was a total wreck. And I'll tell you a little bit of a story on it here in a little bit, but this is the car I'm going to be tinkering with today for y'all's video. I'm going to change this upper radiator hose. It's been seeping, and I hadn't took it out of town since it's been seeping, but I put this motor and transmission in here, and I have taken it on a couple road trips, but it's, you know, starting to seep, and I want to get it where I'm not having to add any antifreeze. Plus, it might be a little bit better for the environment. I don't know how well you can see it, but I put some dual electric fans in them from a 2004 Chrysler Pacifica. It keeps the car rather cool. I have all the sensor wiring, everything all wired up, and I don't even have to worry about my fans coming on. I gotta get some of that black stuff to cover up all the wires, and I just work on it here and there. It's not an everyday driver, but I do break it out on the weekends. But we'll go ahead and start proceeding with changing out this radiator hose, so maybe I can stop adding antifreeze every weekend when I want to go drive it, because I really don't want to overheat this motor. It's a 350 GM crate motor. I have been inside of it due to the fact of I had two valves on the left side that wasn't seating properly and causing me to have a mess, and then I had one valve on the other side on the head that wasn't seating that well, and I took the heads in. I got aftermarket headers. They're off of the 3rd gen Camaro. But let's get back to what I wanted to really show y'all. Down here on this corner, right underneath my clean bucket I already washed out that I didn't video for y'all because I figured y'all know how to clean a bucket. There's a Petcock, and y'all can open that Petcock instead of pulling the bottom radiator hose, and it does not make that big a mess. I'll say I can open it. I'm gonna have to go get a pair of pliers. Hang on, y'all. Okay, I went and got a pair of pliers. If y'all do this, don't pull on it super tight, because you don't want to break that off, because then you're going to have to buy a radiator or figure out a way to solder a new one on. And if you can see it, the antifreeze just drains out of there just nicer than anything, right into a bucket, and you don't make a mess on the ground. And then if you remove your cap, I shouldn't have to drain it down too far because I'm just changing the top radiator hose. The bottom one just needs a good cleaning. It's nothing wrong with it, but I did notice on this car the alternator is technically supposed to be on this side of the motor, and this motor came out of a 72 GMC Suburban, and all the bracketry is for the 72 Suburban. So if you tell down there, my power steering pump is not where it's supposed to be. I'm going to get that fixed eventually, but I got to move my alternator over here to this side of the engine, and I got to move this to up here, which is no big deal. And then that bracket bolts on here, and here. But right now we'll go back to this upper radiator hose change. I got my brand new radiator hose from Rock Auto. They do have a lot of good parts, and most of the time on these hose clamps, that hose clamp was loose, but I know it's a hose. I've tightened it up before when I put on electric fans, but most of the time on these hose clamps, a 5/16 nut driver will fit it, and that way you don't strip it or anything like that. And if y'all go to the junkyard quite a bit, y'all can get hose clamps laying on the ground, and I might not have to drain this anymore. Y'all can get hose clamps just laying on the ground. Now I can stop draining it. That little bit of leakage is just all the hose. Y'all can get hose clamps and stuff just laying on the ground. You know, people take them off and just throw them on the ground. And I'm a penny pincher, so if I see a hose clamp laying on the ground at a junkyard, I'm gonna pick it up, along with fuses, anything else I can find. You can go out there sometimes and you know, get wiring harnesses off of cars underneath the hood, and then, well, I just made a mess. And you can have the correct color of wires to wire into your wiring harness. See, this radiator hose is pretty beat up. It's pinched right there because this was for a 72 Suburban. This wasn't even the right hose for this car, but this has just been a budget build. I've just been doing this and doing that to it as I got money. But you know, I'm gonna get it right. I don't like it, I'm gonna get it right. I gotta do a bunch of cleanup underneath the hood. I want to get the motor painted. I want to find me a black air cleaner, just because I want a black air cleaner. But hang on, guys, I gotta go get a rag so I can wipe that neck off, and then we'll proceed to put this top radiator hose back on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't want to. This camera's been acting up, and I just didn't want to try to carry it while I went and go get that rag, because the other night I was filming and I paused it and then turned around and came back for it, and I had to start the video over and do an update. And I don't mind doing update videos, but when I'm trying to show y'all something, I want it all in one. Now, I don't know how this new radiator hose is a little different. Looks like it goes like that, and I might have to still tie it back with some zip ties, which I don't like. But once I get that alternator moved, I don't have to worry about that, because there won't be any belts until I get the air conditioner compressor over there. There won't be any belts to cut it or anything, and it's going to be a while before I get air conditioning. Air conditioning is not one of my major wants right now. I would prefer to get the car painted and do some more stuff to it. I want to, like I said, I want to clean up underneath this hood quite a bit before I even worry about air conditioner. And then I'm also throwing around the idea of putting a 5.3 in it, but it's all in due time. And I think I'll be able to twist this hose enough on both ends to get it high enough that I won't have to worry about it, even if it has water flow. Right now, I'll run it a few days and let it get hot, and we'll see how bad it's drooping. I really don't like that, but it is what it is. And I got 2 or 3 inches of clearance from that belt going over to the alternator. And like I said, the alternator is going to be on the other side. On this car, the original fan shroud actually held the radiator hose right here, but seeing how I'm running electric fans, getting into the preparation of a 5.3. But hang on, guys, I'm going to tighten up these hose clamps and I'll get right back with you. Okay, I got my hose clamps all tightened up. I'm not going to show y'all how to dump in antifreeze. Y'all should pretty much know this. But please like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to see more videos of this car, let me know. Thank you. Bye.